So on the LP side, I think the key concerns are denominator effect. With public markets, having come down, the private markets haven't really rebalanced in the same way. So I think that's a very big pain point that continues to be. The other would be, the lack of distributions from their private equity managers and assets. I think that's being felt acutely by LPs. The third for LPs is going to be the unfavorable pricing environment. It's moved in favor of buyers, and I think that's a real thing that they're grappling with. So I think those are the key issues from the LP side. I think on the GP side, it's two things. It's fundraising. It's continued to be a very congested fundraising environment. It's taking very long for groups to raise capital, and the valuations. That's the biggest thing that we grapple with, as we look at assets and portfolios. It's finding what their true value is. That's a painstaking process at the moment. The first is increasing LP deals as investors continue to face, this liquidity crunch and the shortage of distributions that is causing a lot of selling volume in the LP market. I think that is a trend that we'll continue to see over 23. The other one would be, I think that single asset GP-led deals will continue to be a big theme over the course of this next year, particularly because the traditional exit markets for private equity managers, remain challenging. So IPOs, SPACs, M&A, I think that they're continuing to be a challenging place for private equity exits over the course of this year. I'm really pleased to see you guys do this because, and in some ways it's overdue. I feel like the secondary market has grown and matured, and it's really come into its own in the last couple of years, where there's so much nuance and specialization happening within secondaries now, where it's so interesting to hear, different panels addressing so many different topics, all within secondaries. I think that's what makes it worthy of having its own day at SuperReturn. I can speak, from a general partner perspective, the most opportunities we're seeing are going to continue to be on the LP side. There's a tremendous amount of deal flow, and I would say there's an undersupply of buy-side capital there in many ways. So I think that we're going to see great deals there. Like I said, also on the GP-led side, single assets, we continue to think that's going to be an attractive part of the market, and we're one of a small handful of groups that I think really lead and underwrite those transactions in the space that we play in. So I think those are going to, and then more pref equity, NAV lending, and structured solutions. I think those are the key areas from a GP where we see opportunity this year.